It's been a hot minute since we've played my basically Frankenstein challenge that I created called the Isolation Challenge. If you haven't seen the first episode, I go over a lot of the important details behind this challenge, but basically there's a deadly sickness that's roaming around. We have to be protected. There's a bunch of factors going on behind the scenes. Passively, we're learning more about it, and yeah, weather, hunting, all of that fun stuff is going on. So, apparently, I'm not the only one that liked this. A couple people decided to watch the video, so thanks for doing that. And let's just hop in where we left off, which was basically our mom here, Spindlefrost, is injured. She has a mangled leg and has scrapes from a 2-leg trap, and her son, Sagekit, is 5 moons old, just about to become an apprentice. I genuinely do not know if he's going to be a warrior apprentice or a medicine cat, and I'm fine with either. Story-wise, what's going on with the family is that they were runaways from Ivy Clan, which was very sick. Sagekit does not like his mom, Spindlefrost, and Spindlefrost really does love her son and is trying the best. I believe she was cold last time. Maybe her personality switched, but she is strict. I believe we can check her history. Yeah, no, she was strict before. But basically, she was a very strict warrior. We go over this a lot in the first episode. And she lost her mate, her two other kits, and her birth clan, and only took Sagekit, who was the only one who was safe, and ran away. And now she's kind of fending for herself in a safe, quiet part of the forest, untouched, seemingly, by sickness. So let's just see what Greenleaf brings us. Okay, so it looks like these things are going to be here for a while, but eager to learn the best ways to help their clan thrive, Sagepaw excitedly touches nose with Spindlefrost. Great. So we will have one cat for sure going out to get prey and to patrol. I mentioned this last episode, but basically until Sagepaw gets his adult sprite, which is at 12 moons, whether or not he becomes a warrior, before then, basically after he hits adulthood, that's when we'll start bringing in new cats and going out of our way to look for new cats. So if we happen to encounter any patrols that could possibly introduce someone new to the clan, we're just going to avoid those, unless they are accidental. There's a couple prompts that could be a lot of things and a small % chance that someone joins, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This moon, Spindlefrost thinks that the prey Sagekit is biting to on the other side of camp looks delicious. Spindlefrost thinks Sagekit is very helpful, and Spindlefrost lets Sagepaw down while Sagepaw was counting on them. Oof. Yeah. I think that being injured is very hard on Spindlefrost, and Sagepaw is really just trying to help out. So basically, something that's going on behind the scenes right now is everyone is getting more experience. So we're learning more about the sickness that's going on behind the scenes. And both of them leveled up. I mentioned this at the end of last episode, but they've leveled up their skill. Basically, Spindlefrost is now level 4, which is awesome. She unlocks some new skills, and Sagekit is level 2. So Spindlefrost has learned the symptoms for each stage, so what it looks like when we encounter each stage, which I will say in a minute. And Sagepaw has learned a bit more than the fact that it's just cats get it and it's deadly, which is that cats can pass it on without showing symptoms, and that cats are lethargic before they pass away, which just shows that they're kind of, I'm gonna have the computer open. Let's just look up the definition of lethargy so I don't explain this back badly. Lethargy is like a lack of energy and enthusiasm. It's just kind of sleepiness or unresponsiveness, which is our fifth and final stage of the sickness with death. And basically it starts in stage 1 with sore throat and or fever, stage 2 of sore and or burning muscles, stage 3 of confusion and or trembling, and stage 4 with bloating and or bleeding from mouth. So yeah, that's basically what we know now. We're still passively getting information. And another thing is that our amount of prey that we've been needing has gone down because we have an apprentice, no longer kit aged. And yeah, I think the last thing we need to do before we can go out on patrol is weather. Where is weather? So it's new leaf, green leaf, weather. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff to do. That dice escaped. I'm trying to roll them into something so it's not as loud now. So that is 73. That is clear, and 34 warm. Great, good weather. And what is hunting? It's the dice that we get changes every time. Greenleaf is a D8. Okay, so because only one cat can go on a patrol, we'll do that, but first we should check in how everyone's doing. Spindlefrost wonders how Sagekit is doing, and Sagepaw wonders how Spindlefrost is doing. Oh, that's kind of cute. And you're cunning now. I think that'll be very helpful. So you are going alone. Gonna roll a d20 to see 20 if you would like closer to 20 if I think you would do the right thing and go train, and closer to 1 I would just let you do whatever. Please make a good decision. Please go train. That's the least dangerous. 14. I think that's enough to go train. Oh. Sagepaw is tempted to eat the prey they just caught. After all, they're only practicing hunting, right? So this is theirs. It doesn't count as a true hunting patrol. Okay. Go ahead. They eat the prey without anyone noticing and return to camp thrilled by their little transgression. Ooh. So because basically what happened last moon is that Spindlefrost went out hunting but only got half of the prey, I think now it's just Sagepaw hunting because he'd probably keep his mom back. So whatever he catches is what he's going to eat, but I do think that whatever it is going to have a silly little +1 because he did eat prey without bringing it back, so I think no matter what they're going to be fed. Yeah, and he only caught 1 piece of prey, so they caught 2 prey, technically, because I will say it's funny that he goes out and he catches prey and eats it without anyone noticing. What a silly little guy. But yeah, it could be potentially dangerous behavior in the future, but thankfully it's only just them and just enough. So I'm gonna take a quick pause to go do the behind the scenes stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back and moving on to Moon 5. Okay, Spindlefrost has recovered like from her scrapes, so she's good in that department, but she still has your other, yeah, your mangled leg, which is probably going to leave scarring? Not sure. Spindlefrost appreciates Sagepaw telling them that they had a feather stuck to their face. Great, great. Sagepaw seems to be oblivious to Spindlefrost glaring at them from across the camp. Yeah, I think she's pretty upset that she has to stay behind when she's kind of this overly protective mother. I think with good reason. I think she's protective and wants to keep him safe in a way that makes sense. Like obviously she's watched everyone in her life die, so wanting to keep, you know, the last cat around her safe is not a ridiculous ask. However, I think Sagepaw, who was too young to realize at the time that like the gravity of the situation, is a little less happy about, you know, all of that. And this last one is Sagepaw has a friendly chat with Spindlefrost that leaves them both feeling happy. I think he still, deep down, really loves his mom, even though he's kind of frustrated with her, and just wants her to rest and get better so that they can both, you know, live on and create this clan together. I think he's just trying to keep her safe and happy, and that's why he's doing all of this stuff himself. So, while we check in, let's look at some weather. That was not a good roll. Okay, 77. It is cloudy. Am I supposed to be rolling for something? There's additional rolls. No, that's only in hot and burning. That's heat wave. Thunderstorms if it's rainy. Oh, no, that's... Nope. We're good for that. Heat, that is 68. One off a funny number, that's hot weather. I'm gonna roll for heat wave. What is the heat wave roll? Okay, for hot, it's a D6. I know this is a lot of numbers. No, we're good. It's just hot. Yeah, and passive experience, that's 140 and 30. Yeah. It's a lot of scrolling. I wish I had a better way of doing this, but I don't. Alright. Spindlefrost wants to get to know Sagepaw better. And Sagepaw had a nightmare involving the rushing river nearby. Maybe falling into it, dying, and never returning, and just poor Spindlefrost sitting here all confused, wondering where her son is. I'd be upset too. That's not a good nightmare. Okay. We're gonna roll again to see if he continues to train or if he's just gonna go off and do something else. I am trying to roll into something, dice. 14 again. He's gonna keep training. It's too loud. My desk is too hard of a surface, and my laptop is on the dice tray, which feels like it's a problem of practice going on. So I'm rolling into my glasses case. Whatever. Okay, Sagepaw heads out into the forest alone, but maybe an apprentice shouldn't try to do a solo patrol. You're cunning, and you're predicting. I'm not sure what predicting exactly translates to, but maybe this is good. Maybe you'll be fine. At least this is a good chance to learn the territory. Sagepaw heads off to map out the thicket they've always found confusing. Yay! You're doing things. And prey. How much prey did you get? We only need 2. And we got 3! Yay! We're thriving. Again, if we get double the amount of prey that we need caught, that leads to good outcomes. And if we have we get half of the prey that we need, or we don't get as much as we need, that leads to bad outcomes. Yeah, I don't need to explain, and it'll come up. If it comes up, it's important. I'll be right back. Okay, so we should be good to go on to our next moon. Green leaf. Oh, why was that new leaf and this is now green leaf? Did I mess something up? I think I was. Great. This is great. That's leaf there, that's leaf there. Leaf there, new leaf. Immediately new green leaf. Great. I am bad at note taking. I think the weather's still the same, so it should be fine. But now we're officially in the green leaf. Yikes. Expert note taker right here. But at the very least, Spindlefrost's leg has healed, so I think she'll be better. I'm surprised that didn't end up scarring her. But at least we will get 2 d8s worth of prey, and that also means that we should have been rolling d10s last time, but yeah, that's fine. We survived. Relationship-wise, Spindlefrost admires Sagepaw's dedication. Spindlefrost had a difficult conversation with Sagepaw, and they now have a deeper understanding of each other, and Sagepaw is talking with Spindlefrost. Yay! Oh my gosh, you guys are so positive with each other, right? You guys, relationships are good, you have a tiny bit of dislike, and you like your mom more than you don't like her. That's awesome. Bare minimum, but yay! Weather, before we get too excited. This is actually now genuinely heat waves are a problem that we should look out for. Oh, 10. What is 10? Clear. And 54. Clear, warm. Great. Average weather. Clear and warm is the most average weather you can get in my generator, and it is perfect. If every weather I rolled was clear and warm, it'd be good. That also means that Spindlefrost is getting less experience, but we're okay with that. Spindlefrost is encouraging the deputy to be more harsh. Technically, you're the leader, deputy position person. I'm not going to promote her until we have more cats. And Sagepaw bats at a beetle that wandered into camp. Great. You guys are gonna go train together. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see these guys actually go together. The patrol wants to hold a training session for Sagepaw. They decide to focus on climbing trees. Okay. And I see something down there I don't like. Sagepaw begins making their way up into the tree, but a branch cracks and breaks beneath their weight. The apprentice is set crashing back down to earth, hurting their paws in the process, getting a sprain, and they get the total of 14 prey, which means bonuses. Yay! We'll look at those in a second. Let me switch recordings. Okay. Where are these bonuses? Kits are well fed. Do not count as more than one. That doesn't count. Elder is well fed. Death rolls are decreased by 3, and hunting trolls receive an added bonus of 3 for the next moon. Or next season, sorry. Okay, so Still gonna roll a d4, but the first two don't really count. They're still an option, but they don't really count. And we get a 4, so basically, when we get to leaf fall, that will give us +3 prey, so that we are, at the very least, having a very plentiful leaf fall. Yeah, I'll need to mark that. Which is great. That means that our forests are plentiful at the very least, and I just realized something I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I just realized that. I knew I was forgetting something, and that is prey. Okay, so we only did so many patrols, but yeah. Hold on. So that's okay, and that's. Oh my gosh, such lucky rolls. Such lucky rolls. Okay, that one. Not great. Because it is excess prey, I'm gonna... is there a way to check? Hold on, I'm gonna pause real quick. I will be right back when I find my answer. Okay, so I did explain that for something I was doing behind the scenes, and I paused to just completely do it. Is prey can have sickness, right? It can pass it on to the cats, and figuring that out is a doozy, because the prey, depending on your level of identification, can have different percentages of being sick, and then when it's sick, you roll against the cat's inherent immune system, depending on who eats it, and then you have to roll for who eats it so that you know whose immune system you're rolling for. And then you have to see, oh, if we figure out if they pass and if they get a 1, then they're sick, and then we start through that generation. But I rolled all it was 14, 3, 2, so that was a bunch of prey basically. That was almost 20 pieces of prey. Rolled for all of that to see if it was safe. Some of it was sick, but we are still safe. No one's caught it. No one's got nothing. We are a-okay and ready to move on to the next moon. Oof, that was almost scary. That was almost something dangerous, but right now we are okay to move on. And it looks like Sagepaw is not going to get better, but doing fine. Spindlefrost admires how brave Sagepaw is. Spindlefrost thinks Sagepaw was nice to them today, and Sagepaw saw Spindlefrost show off a skill they never knew they had. Great. So, Spindlefrost is missing Daisy Star. That was her old leader. And I think she's probably doing a lot of missing of the cats, especially just kind of missing having a clan structure around her, because obviously poor girl is missing just having, structure, having a clan leader to go to. She's probably not used to being the one who is calling the shots. And that was me rolling in the background just for weather, and it's another clear, warm moon, so we're fine. Sagepaw, on the other hand, is pulling a prank on Spindlefrost. I'm not sure it's anything malicious or even that bad. It probably just I put a piece of prey in your bed or something. I don't know. I don't do pranks, can you tell? I'm very non-pranky. So, no idea what pranking would, what these guys' pranks would be. And I will say, I do think Sagepaw is now level 3. That's 60 experience. 60 and 150. we drop down and check. We'll scroll up and check what you guys' experienced levels are. Okay, not quite level 5 for Spindlefrost, but definitely level 3, which makes hunting a lot easier in the future for Sagepaw. And that is also mean that he knows that it's 5 stages contagious and that prey can carry it, so now he's going to be more aware about that in the future. I think this is probably going to be our last moon, or I might be able to squeeze in another moon after this. I've been really enjoying this. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna record another episode after this instead. Because when I get into the swing of it, I really like it, but hopping back into recording, it's a lot of moving pieces. So Spindlefrost is on her own, and I think she's just gonna go on a random patrol type. I don't think she's very specifically. Actually, I want to see. Are you gonna go just hunt? Yeah, you're gonna go just hunt. So Spindlefrost going hunting. A rabbit burst out from cover, startled by Spindlefrost. She's gonna chase. She jumps after it, but the rabbit has too great of a head start, and she catches 8 pieces of prey. Regardless, that does give us another boost. Yeah, okay. Hold on. I do believe it limits what we can roll, because we've already rolled the other boost for this season. So there are 3. Just gonna add a random generator up, so 2, what is 2? The 2 is elders are well fed. Doesn't quite help us, but hey, this is at least showing you guys usefulness that this boost gives us. And we are going to roll for each of those pieces of prey to make sure that they weren't sick, which basically is a 75% chance of being healthy when you have identification level 3, but we are very close to for her to hit level 5, which should happen in a few moons from now, unless she gets sick or injured, and that will happen a lot faster because passive learning. But yeah, let's see, that's 1, that's good, 2, ooh, 95, okay, so that's, who eats it? She does, that's a 25 immune system, she's fine, close but fine. So only 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, he eats it, he does, that's weakened, so that's 20, okay, there's a 10, he's fine, and 8, fine, good, yeah. Everyone is fine. It's been a good moon. We'll see you next time.